Alrighty then everybody, this is Kyukon with another match for you today. Today we have the blue Protoss player aTnSocke, and his opponent is the red Terran player roxkisBrat. Okay? Not really, we're just gonna call him Brat for the match since I hate how I suck at pronunciation. But anyway, Socke, as I'm going to be calling him, I do know him. He's a very good Protoss player. I've seen him play some matches against TLO and other high-tier players, so he definitely knows what's up. As for Brat, I don't know who he is, but he must be high-tier if it's a good match against someone like Socke, so we should expect a very good match here on Metalopolis. 4v4 map, so I would assume they're going to be getting their scouts going fast to find each other since they're not, in definite positions in this map. And so far from Socke, nothing happening, getting his pylon up and chrono boosting out a bunch of probes. Socke doing the same thing except supply depot instead of pylon, just pumping out workers right now. No one's getting early gas, no one's getting an early expansion, so nothing super tricky going on right off the bat. I was going to upload another video, which I commentated right before this one, but the audio was all sucky like my first video, if you guys saw that, because I forgot to play with some options beforehand, so this is going to be my only video today, although it should be a good one, so, it'll make up for it. And yep, here comes Socke scouting out. Should find Brat on his second scout, as Brat still hasn't sent out a scout yet, getting his barracks up as the gateway is coming up for Socke a little later than the barracks. Not a big deal. Gas is up for both players already, and harvester counts are about even. Yep, there's barracks coming up, marine right away, so not going to be seeing an early tech lab right away. I mean, he didn't even have enough gas for it. Cybernetics core up for Socke right away, probably trying to pump out that Stalker again as soon as he possibly can to prevent Reaper harassment. And it looks like Brat now is building a second barracks outside of his base, possibly trying to hide it from this probe, which doesn't look like it saw it. No, the probe did not see that second barracks, so it looks like Brat does have a proxy barracks here, which he may do some Reaper harassment, he may just trying to get a sneaky MM ball going, you never know. And as for Socke, looks like he's going to be getting his Stalker up right away. Yep, he already has both gases up, maybe going to be doing a robotics build here, never know. Curious to see what Brat's doing with this second barracks though. Is he going to be getting a tech lab and maybe rushing with a bunch of Reapers? Who knows? Looks like he's just training a Marine out of there, just trying to keep it hidden. Orbital command already up, really pumping out those minerals. No second gas yet, so he's probably not going to be getting factories anytime soon. As Brat's also hiding an SCV in Socke's base, which is pretty awesome if he doesn't know it's there. Obviously he does, going to kill that SCV right now. As he's continuing to just work off this one gateway and pump out Stalkers, try and void out any early harassment that might come. Have a Marine patrolling around. Marauders coming out, so definitely no Reaper harassment coming in the near future. Concussive shells already upgrading, as we have a starport, it looks like, going up for Socke. Could see some early void ray harassment as he brings up another gateway as well. Factory and gas coming up for Brat as well, so not the right call about the factory, although he did need to get that second gas in order to make it happen. And looks like Brat's moving out with a small army, maybe to just patrol the area, get the Xel'Naga towers, as the Stalker did see that movement and is going up and just getting taken out right away. And I would assume Socke is trying not to get into any conflict right now, as he's still building up his army. His starport just came up, he's pumped out that void right now. Second gateway is almost finishing now, but it still doesn't have that many production facilities, as Brat's factory just recently finished, and looks like he's building a starport too, just building that factory because he needs to for the starport, probably not producing anything out of it. Researching stim pack as Socke is bringing out the first void ray. Will he get that void ray out in time to counter this army, which is making an early push? Looks like if he can hold back with that probe, yep, force field, and just wait for that void ray to come out, very good move for Socke, as he really needs that void ray to counter this army. Enough Marines, there are enough Marines to take out that void ray though, so he does need to be careful. As now, yep, Brat's pushing in, Void Ray's out on the field, going for the Marauder instead of attacking the Marines, which could possibly take him out, but either way, he's being forced back by aTnSocke. Void Ray fully charged, completely annihilating this army. And it looks like the Marines and the Marauders, everything getting taken out by a fully charged Void Ray, just shows the damage that that can do. And he's going to continue his push. aTnSocke's going to go into Brat's base. Brat is getting out Vikings. He must have caught that early starport because he really wants to counter those Void Rays, as aTnSocke is now putting up an expansion fairly early, as moving his factory around. Brat, not sure what you're doing there. He's still just continuing to pump out Marines and Vikings now, going for everything that can attack air to make sure he doesn't get harassed by Void Rays too heavily. Not really sure what he's doing with that factory there. As for aTnSocke, looks like he's still just getting Phoenixes now, countering the counter with a counter. I like saying that, it's pretty fun to say. But yeah, aTnSocke's doing some pretty good harassment here. SCV's coming off the line to try and stop this harassment. Maybe not the best idea. Void Ray attacking the factory. Maybe he's using that to soak up damage so his Marines can kill it. And aTnSocke's army gets taken out. Factory looks like it was lifted off just so that the Void Ray would default auto attack it so that his Marines could attack the Void Ray. Pretty good play. It definitely worked as aTnSocke's army got taken out there, and he's still pumping out Void Rays and Phoenixes, it looks like, getting a Twilight Council up as Brat begins to expand. Looking at income, wow. aTnSocke is way ahead on income, has 16 more harvesters than Brat, and that's with his expansion just coming up, already getting it saturated right off the bat. And looking at the production tabs, he's still getting, Brat's still getting anti-air, trying, very much worried about these Void Rays and the Phoenixes, and what kind of damage they could do. As aTnSocke is now getting 2 gases right away, probably going to be pumping out High Templars, seeing how many Marines he has, going to just be Psy-soaring them as soon as he can. Charge, Zealot Charge coming in as Marines are getting Combat Shield. He's really just bringing out all the best in these Marines, getting Stimpack Combat Shield, really wants to keep them alive as they can do great damage to the Phoenix and Void Rays. As Brat's army is looking ready to push in, he's already got 1 unit up there just scouting out that got taken out, and he's pushing in with this Stimpack army, seeing what damage he can do, and here come the Stalkers and Phoenix taking out the Medivacs. Not looking too good, but Brat doing great damage with his Stimpacks. Look like he's going to be able to force his army back, killing off all the Zealots, forcing them to fall back, warping in more units if he can. Not much he can do right now, though. It's just this harassment is great from Brat, doing a very good job countering, getting lots of Marines to take out the Phoenixes, as Brat is just wrecking, gonna take out this expansion, no problem. Nothing else being pumped out, just these Stalkers look like all he has. aTnSocke, it really needs to make something happen here with these Stalkers. Phoenix gonna take out the Medivac, but these Marines are gonna easily kill the Stalkers with Stimpack. They do so much damage. And this might be it for aTnSocke's expansion if he can't do something about it. Looks like he's getting in a couple Stalkers, just really throwing them into, oh. These Stalkers look like they may be able to take out the Marines as they're low health from stimming so many times, but they're going to be able to take out the expansion. Will they? Yep, the expansion does go down. Oh, that bad timing. And during that, it looks like Brat has expanded again, really trying to win the economy battle now that he took out that expansion, which another one popped up right away, though. aTnSocke was ready for that, and he really needs to just get another army. I mean, Brat already has a fairly decent-sized force build-up that happened during that battle. Psychonic Storm in training for aTnSocke, so he is going to be getting High Templars as soon as he can, which really will help against all those Marines and Marauders. And we're not really seeing any other units from Brat at this time, just still pumping out Marines and building another barracks and getting more damage for his infantry, so he's really committing to this build, which it's working great for him. Nothing that aTnSocke has been able to do so far, although those High Templars should do some great damage, and they should be coming in any minute now. As it looks like aTnSocke has transitioned out of Void Rays and Phoenixes, seeing how that hasn't worked, and there's the first High Templar as they're both just macroing up and trying to build their armies now. aTnSocke's trying to recover as he's now losing the Harvester battle after he was ahead by so many Harvesters. Brat was able to pull ahead by just putting in so much constant pressure. And now both armies just waiting. Brat, I'm not really sure what Brat's waiting for. Hey, he's running a factory over, having a proxy factory over here maybe, produce Hellions for scouting, not really sure. Looks like there's a little bit of action over here, maybe a Hellion ran in just to scout, see what's going on. Looks like Brack isn't aware that High Templars are on the field, at least I don't think he is. Grabbing the Zelnog with his Marine, making sure that there isn't any army advancement from Socke, as Brack continues to build up his army. Robotics facility coming out for Socke, as looks like Brack's getting the Raven out, anticipating some Dark Templars or just playing it safe. As he's still continuing to pump out Marines and Medivacs, really sticking with that strategy. He has a very sizable army. Those Marines with Stimpack could take out just about anything. Factory hovering there, you know, just for fun now, as Brack is fully saturated in quite a lot of bases, up to 49 Harvesters, although 40 Harvesters from Socke not far behind, so economy isn't all that different from the amount of harassment that Brack did earlier, although the army size definitely is different. Hopefully the High Templars are enough to really sway it for Socke and he can take out the army, as Brack now is getting ready to move in, it looks like. He's just waiting for the right moment, as Socke doesn't seem to notice this coming, although he's moving out an observer. Hopefully he'll spot it in time before Brack makes a move. Brack, lots on the production table for him, really pumped out lots of Marines, getting Marines, Medivacs, still working on his expansion, as Socke kind of has nothing on the production tab. Seeing what happens with his army. Cyclonic Storm's going out, really doing lots of damage. Lots of Marines and Marauders in the red. Storm's still going, taking out almost all of his units, although the Stimpack army managed to take out almost everything in time, as Cyclonic Storm really did a good deal of damage, but just not quite enough. All High Templars getting taken out. They were able to do very good damage, but he didn't have enough of another army to do enough cleanup. Probes coming in. I'm not sure if they'll be able to finish off with all these Medivacs healing the units, and it looks like Brack is going to be able to stay alive and take out. Oh, there comes another High Templar of Cyclonic Storm trying to finish it off. Medivacs doing a great job, very good micro healing on the unit. Zealots running in, trying to stop these Marines who are just getting healed, and Socke's going to have to call it GG. He just got harassed too hard. Not enough income to be able to produce enough army to stop all these Marines. Very good play from Brack. Socke just wasn't able to hold on to his expansion and lost an economy, couldn't get a big enough army. But that's going to be it for Kyukon here. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you next time.